I took a DNA test after my wife got pregnant again. Turns out I'm not the father of either of our kids. I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start with the moment that changed everything. My wife told me she was pregnant. We've been married for 9 years. We already have a 6-year-old boy. I love him more than life itself. I was in the delivery room when he was born. I cut the cord. I built his crib. I sang him to sleep. And 5 years ago I got a vasectomy. It was my choice, my decision. My wife agreed. We said 1 kid was enough. So when she came to me smiling, holding a positive test, I smiled too. I congratulated her. I hugged her. I told her how happy I was. But inside, I was frozen. Sick. Confused. Panicking. At first, I thought maybe it failed. Vasectomies aren't 100%. I quietly scheduled an appointment with my urologist to make sure. The results came back. Sterile. 0 sperm count. Nothing. So I smiled a little less, hugged her a little tighter, and quietly ordered a DNA test. At first, I only planned to test the new baby after it was born. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I ordered a test for my son too. The one I raised. My boy. My best friend. The results came in 3 weeks later. Neither of them are mine, not the newborn. Not the 6-year-old I raised. 0 biological connection to either. I don't even remember how long I sat staring at the email. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just felt hollow. Like my entire life had been replaced by a bad dream. That night, I showed my wife the results. Calmly. She cried. Immediately. Like she knew. And then she said, "I didn't mean for it to go this far." That's all she said. That was her explanation. I packed a small bag and left the house. I haven't been back since. I don't know what to do. I'm staying in a motel. I can't sleep. I keep staring at my phone, looking at pictures of my son. The one who isn't mine. But it still feels like he is. And I don't know how to grieve a child who's still alive, who still calls me daddy. While knowing I was just the man who raised him. Update 12 days later. Thanks to everyone who messaged me, and to the people who shared their own stories. I didn't expect this to blow up. Here's what's happened in the past 12 days. My wife has been texting me constantly. She wants me to come home. She says the kids are asking about me. She still hasn't told them the truth. She wants to talk things through. But talk through what? The fact that she had an affair? That she had 2 kids with other men? Here's what hurts the most. I found out she's been cheating for years. Not just once. Not some one-time mistake. There were 3 different names in her old phone backups. Yes, I checked. Yes, I know it's invasive. But I needed the truth. I deserved the truth. One of the men had been in her life before our son was born. He knew she was married. They kept seeing each other. While I was working late to provide. While I was building our son's bed. While I was washing bottles and changing diapers. I also found out that because I signed my son's birth certificate, I'm legally responsible for him. Even though we're not biologically related. If I want out, I'll need a lawyer. And it won't be clean. But the hardest part, I still miss him. I miss hearing, "Daddy." When I walk through the door. I miss our bedtime stories. I miss being his hero. He doesn't know. He has no idea why I'm gone. And I hate knowing he probably thinks I abandoned him. Update 1 year later. It's been 1 year since I took that DNA test. A full year since I found out the truth. That the kids I loved weren't mine. That the woman I trusted was living a second life behind my back. Here's where things stand now. I filed for divorce 6 months ago. It was long, brutal, and expensive. She cried in court. Told the judge she made a mistake. But 2 children with 2 different men? That's not a mistake. That's a choice. Over and over again. She begged me to stay. For the kids. Said they needed me. But they're not my kids. And I finally accepted that. I moved to a different city. New job. New apartment. I started therapy. Twice a week. It's helping. I haven't spoken to her since the divorce was finalized. As for my son, God, I still don't know what to call him. I didn't fight for custody. I didn't want to confuse him. I figured maybe it was better if I just disappeared from his life. But I think about him every day. I kept a box. It's in the back of my closet. Inside, a Father's Day card made out of construction paper. A picture he drew of us holding hands. That stupid little plastic crown that says #1 Dad. I know I should throw it away. But I can't. Because for 6 years, that was real. I may not have created him, but I was his father. Sometimes I catch myself looking at kids in parks. I hear a laugh that sounds like his. I turn my head hoping, just for a second, that it's him. It never is. I'm trying to rebuild. Trying to forgive her, not for her, but for me. Trying to let go of a life that was never really mine. But I don't know if I'll ever feel whole again. And if you're reading this, if you're going through something similar, get the answers. Even if they hurt. Because living in a lie is still worse than breaking under the truth.